Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Curse of Oak Island, an ancient Roman coin dating back to 300 BC found on Lot 5. There was major excitement on this week's The Curse of Oak Island when the team learned about the discovery of an ancient Roman coin thought to date between 300 BC and 600 AD. Last night's episode was full of lots of new information that will cause the guys to think again. At the money pit, the borehole drilling team went in search of a tunnel but was left flummoxed when they found a new shaft instead. But perhaps the most significant discovery from last night centered around a tiny artifact from Gary Drayton's top pocket. Alex Legina and Jack Beckley invited coin expert numismatist Sandy Campbell into the interpretative center to take a look at the half coin Gary discovered last week on Lot 5. And in the calmest, soberest possible manner, he delivered some earth-shattering news. After looking at the data regarding the chemical composition and examining the coin up close, Sandy ruled that it came from ancient Rome. He suggested it was either Roman or Byzantium, which was the successor empire to the Romans based at Constantinople. Sandy dated it as somewhere between 300 BC and 600 AD, but he leaned more toward a Roman origin rather than the later Byzantium era. What is a Roman coin doing on Oak Island? A somewhat dazed-looking Rick Legina demanded to know what made him think that. Sandy assured him, the design is definitely Roman. He pointed to the image of a tree and a person and insisted they were Roman designs. The next question was, what on earth is it doing on Oak Island? This was something Sandy was unable to answer and something that will need further investigation. As we've come to expect, narrator Robert Clotworthy began making some wild connections, suggesting the coin may be related to the Roman road visited in Portugal last season and the Swamp Stone Road. It's possible he's correct, but the guys will need to do a lot more proper investigation. A tunnel turns into a shaft at the Oak Island money pit. Meanwhile, at the money pit, the drill team was attempting to chase a tunnel they happened upon a few weeks ago near the garden shaft. This tunnel had been encountered at a shallow 70 feet, leading the guys to speculate it may lead to an offset chamber. The guys decided a new borehole was needed to see where the tunnel led. However, Terry Matheson and Charles Barkhouse were pretty shocked when at a mere 39 feet, they hit a lot of wood. They quickly realized that this was the supposed tunnel they were searching for, and that it was actually a brand new shaft. This came as a big surprise, as they don't have any historical data stating there's a shaft at this location, and it is definitely going to need further investigation. The recovered wood beams looked to be cut using a pit saw, suggesting they were cut before the industrial age, perhaps around the 15th century. Craig Tester, noting the rings, suggested the wood be sent for dendrochronology dating. The guys are hoping that the garden shaft project will soon get the go-ahead to continue. Once that shaft is stabilized, the Dumas Mining Company will be able to burrow 20 feet toward this shaft so it can be properly investigated. The legend of Oak Island has always been steeped in mystery, with whispers of buried treasure, hidden artifacts, and enigmatic symbols woven into its very soil. For centuries, treasure hunters have been drawn to this small island off the coast of Nova Scotia, lured by the promise of unimaginable wealth and the thrill of uncovering history's secrets. Among the many tantalizing discoveries made on the island, none have sparked as much intrigue as the recent unearthing of an ancient Roman coin dating back to 300 BC on Lot 5. The discovery came during the early days of a new excavation season. The Legina brothers, Rick and Marty, along with their team of seasoned treasure hunters, had shifted their focus to Lot 5, a parcel of land that had previously been considered less significant in the grand scheme of the island's mysteries. It was a chilly morning when the team began their work, the air thick with anticipation as the metal detectors swept back and forth over the uneven ground. At first, The day seemed no different from any other on Oak Island, uneventful and filled with the usual challenges of digging through layers of history. But as the sun climbed higher in the sky, casting long shadows over the excavation site, the team's efforts were suddenly rewarded with a sharp, insistent beep from one of the detectors. The crew gathered around, hearts pounding with excitement, as the detector operator carefully pinpointed the source of the signal. With bated breath, the team began to dig. The soil was dense, packed tight from centuries of undisturbed rest, but the shovel bit through with determination. Inch by inch, the earth gave way until something metallic glinted in the light. The digger's hand closed around the object, lifting it from its resting place. Brushing away the clinging dirt, they revealed the unmistakable shape of a coin. But this was no ordinary coin. Even at first glance, it was clear that this artifact was ancient, its surface worn smooth by time, yet still bearing the distinct markings of a civilization long gone. The team's expert in antiquities, Dr. Maddie Blackwell, was called in to examine the find. As she carefully cleaned the coin, her face grew pale with astonishment. "This is a Roman coin," she whispered, her voice trembling with excitement. "And it's not just any Roman coin. This dates back to around 300 BC. The significance of the discovery was immediately apparent. A Roman coin, buried deep within the soil of Oak Island, raised more questions than it answered. How had it come to be here, thousands of miles from the heart of the Roman Empire? And more intriguingly, what else might be hidden beneath the surface of Lot 5? The coin was quickly taken to a lab for further analysis, where it was confirmed to be an authentic Roman artifact from the time of the Republic, likely minted in the city of Rome itself. The coin bore the image of a Roman deity on one side and a symbol of the Republic on the other. The markings were still faintly visible, a testament to the skill of the ancient craftsman who had created it. The discovery of the coin sent shockwaves through the Oak Island team and the wider community of historians and archaeologists. The implications were staggering. Could it be that the island had been visited by Romans centuries before the age of exploration? Or perhaps the coin had been brought to the island by someone who had traveled far and wide, collecting treasures from distant lands? Theories abounded, each more fantastic than the last. Some speculated that the coin was part of a larger cache of Roman artifacts, hidden away on the island for reasons lost to time. Others suggested that it might have been a talisman, carried by a Roman explorer who had somehow found his way to the shores of Nova Scotia. There were even those who wondered if the coin could be linked to the fabled treasure of Oak Island, perhaps as part of a collection of ancient relics buried deep within the island's labyrinthine tunnels. As the news of the discovery spread, experts from around the world began to weigh in. Theories about Roman voyages across the Atlantic, previously dismissed as fanciful, were suddenly given new consideration. The coin became a focal point for debates about the extent of Roman exploration and the possibility of ancient transatlantic contact. Meanwhile, back on Oak Island, the team intensified their efforts on Lot 5. The discovery of the coin had breathed new life into the search, and the dig site buzzed with activity. Every inch of the ground was meticulously scanned, every shovel full of dirt carefully sifted for signs of more ancient artifacts. The hope was that the coin was just the tip of the iceberg, the first clue in a larger puzzle that would finally unlock the secrets of Oak Island.